expecting. So please subscribe for more motherhood tips and everything about motherhood, and also about family and spirituality. So today I'm going to share about my first labor experience, but the whole story from the time that I was supposed to be due. Well, I'm not sure exactly when I was due by that time, but I think it was on the 13th of March 2019 or somewhere there. But then what happened is that on the 39th week appointment, I went there and they told me that if I don't give back an expected date of delivery, I should come to the clinic and probably I was gonna be induced or something, I don't know. What happened is that a day or two after that visit, I started experiencing some contractions. Then it was around 9 p.m. at night, and I was like, surprise, I'm experiencing some contractions. I was so happy, I was so excited. I just wanted the baby at that point, like, let's go. Then we went there to the clinic and they checked and it was said the baby's not even close, it's not even close to coming. It was a false alarm. I guess it was probably Braxton Hicks, something like that. Those contractions, before those preparing contractions, for the final labor, final contractions. So yeah, then we went back home. I was so disappointed. Okay, whatever. What happened is that on the 16th, it was around 9 or 10 or 11, somewhere there, but it was at night. I was sleeping, my water broke. Then I went straight to the toilet. Then I didn't see the color of the water properly. So okay, what now? I packed my things, we rushed to the clinic. Then after that they asked me the questions, like I remember it as TACO, which is time, amount, color and odor. So they asked me those questions. Then I told them and all that, and what they told me is that usually when the water breaks I have to deliver like very soon, because the baby won't survive without the water inside. It's strange. Imagine a fish coming out of the ocean, it's gonna die, right? So I had to give birth. But then when they checked me, I didn't release my mucus plug. I was so clogged, I was closed. So they told us to go to the hospital. I was so disappointed. I wanted to give birth at the clinic because it's so clean, it's so nice, it's just peace, it's just I just wanted to give birth at the clinic, but it didn't happen. So I was so disappointed. I took my things and we went to the hospital. When we arrived there, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. I saw the prickies there sitting on bank stools. Imagine. Then after that, they took my information and all that. I went to the bathroom. That was the first thing I went to. I went to the bathroom. Only to find blood on the floor, like so much blood. It's as if they killed someone. I almost cried. I wanted to cry. What am I doing here? I was so disappointed. My God, what am I doing here? It was blood. It was so not hygienic for a hospital. It's supposed to be the most hygienic place in the world, because they busy telling us about hygiene and all that, but the hospitals are just crap. And I went to surprise and I was like, I wanna go. Like, I wanted to cry. I was like, I wanna go, but what can I do? I'm here now. What can I do? I don't even have a medical aid. I regret not paying my medical aid. I think when last I think I stopped paying for it in 2018, only to be pregnant in 2019. No, I stopped in 2017, only to get pregnant in 2018 and to give birth in 2019. I was like, oh my God. okay, whatever. I'm here. What's gonna happen? I'm just gonna have to follow the procedure and see what's gonna happen. So what I asked for, the first thing that I asked for was my flip flops, because you know I can't be walking on other people's things there, the blood and all that. So yeah, that's what I asked for first. Then surprise went to the car. He didn't go home. Then I think we arrived at the hospital. It was around 12 for 1, somewhere there. So I guess we went to the clinic around 11. So yeah, that's when I stayed there from 1 a.m. on bank stools. No signs of pregnancy no signs of labor from me. I didn't experience any contractions and whatever. I was just fine. The only thing that happened is that my water broke. I was sitting there with the other preggies. They were just making fun. At least they were making fun, like making jokes, and it was very funny and all that. So if you wanted to sleep, you would sleep on the banks, and yeah, that's what happened. But I didn't sleep. Actually, how can you sleep on a bank? Imagine. And then in the morning, it was around 8, I think. That's when the doctor called me and they assessed me, and yeah, that's when they checked me. For that moment, they were checking the movement of the baby, the heart rate of the baby. The baby was fine. The heartbeat was just good. I slept, and the nurse even told me that I must just sleep a while, just take a nap. It wasn't even for 30 minutes, it was less than that. I took a nap. That's when I slept that day. Took a nap. I went back to the bank stools. We had breakfast and all that. Then around 12, the gyna called me. Then what happened is that he opened my legs. He puts his hands in there. It's a male. Imagine a guy putting his hand in. Oh my god, the pain. I even asked him, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I'm hot. Like, oh my god, he was. What are you doing? My god, you. Then he took out the mucus plug. It was so slimy, you know, all that. He took it there to the. They throw it. I think in the basin or something. He threw it there and something like that. Then yeah, it was like, yeah, you're fine now. Then he gave me some medication. It was induction medication, whatever. So yeah. Then after that, I guess we had lunch. Then from there, around 3, they took me to another ward. I guess it was for us who are induced. I don't know. But yeah, I think it was for us who are induced. And it was the one that we were at, it was labor. But they took us to the ward for those people who have high blood and other problems. And those ones who are waiting for C-section. When we arrived there, we sat on the bank, I don't know for how long. It was probably for 30 minutes or an hour or so. That's what happened. Then from there, they called us to this other room. It was empty all along. It was empty. And that's why they didn't just take us there. Okay, we went there. It was just the two. It was just the 2 or 3 of us, I guess, in that room. Yeah, it was the 2 of us, me and another lady. Then yeah, we picked up our beds and all that. It was nice and quiet and just peace, and everything was just fine. Then came visiting hour. Surprise came. He didn't go. Like the whole night he stayed there. Like the whole night he was in the car waiting for me. Imagine. Such a sweetheart. So he came, brought me some food and all that. That's when my contractions started. I started feeling contractions. They were just small pains. It was like a period pain kind of thing. Then afterwards is that they checked me and they said it's 2 centimeters. Okay, 2 centimeters. The pain started going up. Oh my god. It started growing. Then next thing, They checked me. 2 centimeters. What? 2 centimeters? This pain. Then I got I had a bottle. I put in some more water then I started putting it on my back because I was feeling the contractions from the back. And then I started feeling some relaxation, at least during that time. Then okay, sharp. So contractions will just come and go, they were not active at that moment. Then I would just sleep. I slept, then I would wake up, you're feeling so much pain. Then I would sleep. Then the only thing that I think really helped me is using a warm bottle of water. Like I was supposed to bring hot water bottle. That's just it's just a savior. So what happened is that I went to the bathroom because of the prenatal classes that I was attending online. They say that being in warm water can relieve the pain. So I went inside with warm water. I felt so much relief. Although I was in pain, but I felt so much relief, But then pain would just come, the contractions would just come. Oh, the pain, I would just scream inside there. And people outside would just say, why don't you just go and ask them to check you? I was like, not yet. While I was sitting there, I saw blood coming out of my vagina. Like, I was so scared because they say that sometimes there might be complications like your cervix might blast and you don't want that. So I thought, probably the cervix is blasting. Then what happened is that I came out of the bathroom. I just put on my clothes back. Then I had some stool, so I had to go to the toilet to poop. I felt like I'm pooping the baby. It's like I was pushing the baby. I was like, and they said I mustn't do that. So I came out like very quickly. Then I started just walking around, busy walking back and forth just to keep moving because that helps also during labor. So I did that. It was dark, people were sleeping, and the pains would come, and I would scream, I would hold myself. Then they would go, and I would walk again. I would walk and walk and walk, and walking was just helping, was just breathing. And next thing, I went to sleep. I did sleep, but then they woke me up. I woke up, I started moving. Then after that, they were just too much. It's like my baby was coming out. I felt like my baby was coming out, and I was pulling her up again because they said I mustn't push. I thought I was pushing by the time when I felt like she was coming out. Then I went to the nurse and I told her, I was like, I think this baby's coming out, Then she said, okay, let me go check you. Then she went there and checked me. I guess I was fully dilated by the time. She didn't tell me. She was like, just get your things and let's go fast. She didn't even tell me I should get my things, by the way. I asked her, should I take my phone and whatever? She was no, leave them, you come back and fetch them. So we went quickly to the labor ward, but then on my way there I couldn't go. I would stop and feel the contractions and just walk, but still I would feel them. Then she laid me there on the bed. Then I started feel them. They were just active by that time. They were very active. Like they were coming back up. Like they were just pacing. Then that's when I felt my baby was coming out. And I would tell them, I was like, my baby is coming. They would just keep quiet there. I started making noise. I couldn't hold myself. And this other lady from the prenatal class, she said, if you feel like screaming, don't make a high pitched sound, but make the lower one. Not that's gonna make the pain very intense. So you should just go something like that. I was doing that. This the nurse at the counter was. And also whatever that lady was at the counter, she was saying, "You're making noise. Other people are having high blood, whatever. Like, you know what? I'm gonna make this noise. I'm the one who's feeling the pain. You're not feeling the pain. So shut up." I didn't tell her that. I just thought that in my mind. I was like, you know what? This lady's crazy. I'm gonna scream here. Oh, the pain. You don't know. My baby was coming out. I touched and I felt the head. Like, yo, this baby's coming out. And the nurses were busy there with other lady there. And she was busy screaming and all that. Busy asking her to push and all that. I guess there were 4 or 5 of them with that lady. At least one should have come to me or something. But none of them came. Sorry guys, part 2 is coming up next week. I had to shorten this one because it was too long. There's so much to tell, so stay tuned for part 2 and thanks for watching.